So in this video, we're going to look more in particular detail at the ghosting lines and your ghosting patterns around the court. Again, dispelling a few myths of coming along the line and moving in this way. Again, I don't often see that. If you're watching some of these videos, it's a lot more direct. And what I like to talk about, especially going to the back, is the rugby ball shape. So when I get my players working in this rugby ball shape movement, it's a positive way to move. So if I talk about the rugby ball shape, it's from the tee, it's almost across to the middle and edge of the service box to start. So that's the bit where I'm looking for my volley. So I encourage my players, the first movement, to be relatively positive. And once you're in this line here, there's this nice little drift across into that back part of the court. And as there's a hit, you've got to make sure you come out the back way. So if you can, again, imagine that rugby ball shape where it's a slight curve of the rugby ball in. As you hit, you're curving towards the line and coming out. So I do get my players to do this a lot. And when I talk about ghosting, sometimes it strikes fear into the hearts of people. They're like, oh, ghosting, it's going to be so difficult. And when I got with one of my coaches, he really kind of got to grips with ghosting for a technical purpose, and I loved it after that. Before, it was used as fitness. Now, massively important to use the technical side. So to the back forehand, I do my split step across the front into that nice position and then out and around the back, and I can keep repeating that for days. You know, I'm there and I'm just trying to work on that rugby ball shape, in and out. One more split step, around, in, out, boom. Really efficient way to do it. You can do it same on the backhand. So I go my split step across the side wall. There's that little hop, and I come out the back. Split step across the side wall, come out at the back. So that's a very important pattern in my book to be able to do. Alternatively, like we've talked about, there's the pressure way, which is pretty much just more split, go in, lunge, back out. Split, go in, lunge, back out. Also important to consider that one, because you're not always going to be able to do the rugby ball shape. A little bit of discussion around the middle now. So think about this back line and maybe about a meter in front here. If I'm ghosting into those areas, it's explosive, it's quick. It's one quick step or 1.5 quick steps out, in there, volley, across, volley. Very important to be quick there, because that's where the game is going to be quick. You don't often see a loopy slow ball landing in the middle. If you do, the opponent hasn't taken an opportunity enough. So if there's a loopy slow ball, you see the best players exploding into it. Alternatively, you do see the ball coming through the middle quickly, whether it's a drive, whether it's a kill. So you want to consider in your ghosting patterns around the middle being quick. There's not much of this around the middle. I don't see that happening. If you watch the videos, the stuff in the middle is explosive. There, bang, bang, maybe there, bang, open stance, bang. So consider when you're roughly in that middle section to be a lot more explosive. And then the final bit about ghosting lines and patterns is the stuff to the front. And what we talked about in the previous videos, 2 areas. You can either take a slightly more curved area into the space, again, not up the middle and round, want to dispel that myth. It's a little bit more around into the middle, and you can address it. And alternatively, it's the pressure situation, where you're just running directly to the ball, improvising your racket and playing. So there's so much detail in the ghosting, and try break it down. Try just focus on the back part of the court for one session, then focus on the middle, then focus on the front. Then what you can do is maybe start to combine it. You can have someone, a partner, a coach, a teammate, pointing to the different areas and either saying pressure or relax. And there's so many interesting ways to do it. And if you can replicate as similar a rally situation as possible, it'll be really positive. So have a think about what you're doing in your ghosting currently, whether it's just the kind of the classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points and you're running through the tee. Fine, but I don't often see that happening. See if you can break it down to the technical side, and again, watch some of the videos and see if you can kind of pick out those points that I've just mentioned.